I have been using the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra for around 30 days and I have to say it is a fantastic device. The user experience on the S24 Ultra has been great for me so far thanks to all of its amazing features. In this video I am going to tell you about my experience with the S24 Ultra and tell you if it is worth the money. This is my review of the Samsung Galaxy S24 Ultra 30 days later. When it comes to the build quality, the S24 Ultra looks and feels phenomenal in the hand. With the flat front and back and with the slightly curved titanium frame, the S24 Ultra is by far the most premium phone Samsung has ever made. They finally made the front bezels identical on all sides. The front glass is also extremely durable. Last year in my review of the S23 Ultra I complained that the front glass and the aluminum frames weren't that strong, but this time it is a different story. So far I haven't encountered any sort of scratches at all. I do also love the fact that they finally ditched curved sides of the display because a flat front is much better for viewing and for writing with the S Pen. The S24 Ultra is also IP68 dust and water resistant. The Galaxy S24 Ultra comes with a 6.8-inch AMOLED display with a Quad HD resolution and a 120Hz refresh rate. The display of the S24 Ultra has two major upgrades compared to previous models. The first one is the brightness. The S24 Ultra now reaches brightness levels up to 2600 nits, which is fantastic for viewing content outside. I never thought that the S23 Ultra wasn't bright enough, but the S24 Ultra is much better and I am really enjoying the added brightness. The second upgrade, which is even more impressive, is the anti-reflection coating. With this panel Samsung has done an incredible job on hiding reflections, and as you can see from the video, the difference with previous models is huge. This particular feature however comes with a cost since the display isn't as vibrant as the S23 Ultra. Other than that, this display is great and one of the best in the industry. The S24 Ultra comes with Android 14 out of the box with One UI 6.1 on top of it. Although it is a 0.1 update, the new version has some quality features that aren't present on One UI 6. Knowing Samsung, most of its features will come on the previous models very soon, but for the moment only the S24 Ultra supports the AI features, the lock screen widgets and the new always-on display implementations. Samsung has promised that it will support this device with 7 years of OS updates, which is just incredible. The Galaxy S24 Ultra comes with the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 chip for Galaxy and performance is outstanding. With my usage so far I never experienced any sort of lag and no app or game manages to slow down this phone. The base storage of this device is 256 GB, which is plenty for most people, but if you need more storage then there are options up to 1 TB. With 12 GB of RAM, the S24 Ultra does an amazing job even with RAM management. It can easily handle more than 15 apps running in the background without refreshing any of them. Now let's shift our focus to the cameras, where the S24 Ultra is a complete package. This phone comes with 4 cameras on the back and 3 of them are on paper, similar to last year's S23 Ultra. The main, ultra-wide, and the 3x telephoto sensor, as expected, take fantastic pictures in daylight and in low light. If you watched our camera comparisons, you saw that all of these cameras have slight improvements compared to previous models, but for the most part they are very similar. The only new camera is the periscope lens. We have now a 50-megapixel 5x periscope sensor instead of the 10-megapixel 10x sensor. For zoom ranges from 5x to 10x, this change is good since we now have more options and better results. If you zoom in however past 10x, the results aren't as good as on the S23 Ultra. Just look at this 30x sample for example, we can clearly see that the S23 Ultra is much better. Pictures taken at 30x however aren't as useful as pictures at 5x or 10x, and while at 10x they are similar at 5x, the S24 Ultra does a better job. You can also take stunning 5x portraits using this sensor. Portraits at 1x or 3x are also good, but we can't deny that 5x portraits look amazing. The front camera is also the same one found on the S23 Ultra, and for the most part the results are identical. Pictures taken with this camera are very detailed and the dynamic range is usually on point, but skin colors aren't as accurate. When it comes to video, the S24 Ultra can record up to 8K at 30 fps, but for the best results you should record at 4K. At this resolution, the S24 Ultra does a fantastic job and it almost matches the iPhone. You can also record slow motion videos at 4K. Another neat trick is by using AI you can make any 4K video a slow motion clip. Overall, I would say that the cameras of the S24 Ultra are very reliable and they deliver in every situation. They aren't the best in every category, but if you are used to it and if you like Samsung's processing style, then you will love the cameras of the S24 Ultra. Just like many Samsung phones before, even the S24 Ultra features stereo speaker tuned by AKG. These speakers are loud and clear and I didn't find any differences with previous models. The bottom firing speaker has a different design but sound quality is the same as before. The S24 Ultra has a 5000 mAh battery capacity just like every other Ultra from the S series so far. The battery life on this device, however, is better than all of its predecessors. I can easily get through a day with a single charge even with heavy usage. Light users can maybe stretch it up to 2 days. The battery life on the S24 Ultra is the best I ever experienced on a Samsung device. Charging, on the other hand, isn't as quick since it takes more than 1 hour to be fully charged with a 45-watt charger. Wireless charging and wireless power share are even slower, and because of this I never use these features. The S Pen is undoubtedly one of the most distinctive features of the S24 Ultra, and it has proved to be incredibly useful in many ways. Personally, I find myself using it on an almost daily basis, whether it's for taking handwritten notes, annotating documents, or even just navigating the interface with more precision. It's also a great tool for capturing screenshots with pinpoint accuracy. Furthermore, the S Pen's Bluetooth features have really come in handy lately, especially when using the new AI features. The Galaxy S24 Ultra features an ultrasonic in-display fingerprint scanner that is currently the most advanced one in the market. This fingerprint scanner is consistently reliable and works flawlessly even with wet hands. Apart from the fingerprint scanner, you can also secure your phone with the 2D face scanner, which is quite secure and functions in both daylight and low-light conditions. So what are my final thoughts, and do I recommend getting the S24 Ultra? Well, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is the best smartphone in the world, and honestly it comes with almost every feature you could think of. It is a fantastic device with a premium build quality, an amazing display, a powerful processor, reliable cameras, and outstanding battery life. The only problem is the price, since it costs $1,300. If you don't mind spending that kind of money for a phone, then I think the only device you should consider is the S24 Ultra. On the other hand, if $1,300 is too much, then I would advise you to go for the S23 Ultra, since its price is now around $800. If you did enjoy this video, a thumbs up would be appreciated. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.